whereabouts you were living at the time? Were you living in Apollo Bay or?
I was living in Apollo Bay, but I used to go and spend a lot of time on a farm at Tanybryn.
Okay, yep.
You know where Tanybryn is, up the top of the Wild Log?
Yep, I know that, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the farm was up there, and it was a pretty big property, and you could go through the pine forest and then back down the other side of the property. So it sort of like had the pine forest in the middle, like a link.
Yeah.
So I used to just ride up through the pine forest and just gallop along on the horses, and then we'd come down a big hill and stuff. But I was up there one day and I was just on my own actually, and I'd never heard anything about like big cats or anything. I'd never even heard about. I was probably only about 13 at the time, so I was probably about 84, 84, 85. So I reckon I was about 13, 14.
Yep.
And I was actually galloping up this hill that I always take off up. And something just like caught the corner of my eye, and I looked to the side and there was this big cat and it was running like beside me, going the same direction I was. Then it ran, like jumped down the bank in front of me, leapt across, and I remember just the length of it was like the whole track across on the side, and then it just went up the bank on the other side and it was just gone. Like,
wow. So what size was that? Was the track big or like in comparison to the dog?
Like it was like a tractor track.
Yep.
Like you would have only really driven a tractor through there, maybe a vehicle, like probably it'd have to be a four-wheel drive vehicle to get through there.
Yep.
But it was mainly like they kept the tracks pretty clear, I think, with just the access to the pine forest. It was probably a fairly young pine forest back then, like it wasn't, ready to be done or whatever, if it's only getting done now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got back to the farm and I thought, like, what was that? It just looked like this massive, it looked like a black panther. That's exactly what it looked like. Yep. Which didn't make any sense at all. And I got back to the farm and I said to Patty, I saw this big cat. And I think, like, I don't know if he really believed me or not, because everyone, like, people had spoken about seeing them, but I'd never heard the stories of that before, so it wasn't like I was... Yeah. I used to bullshit a fair bit back then. Yeah. Being a teenager, but it was actually one of the things I didn't bullshit about.
Yeah. Well, I know you're saying you had no idea that they were actually being sighted in the area and stuff like that. So
no, I didn't, and then I started hearing about, like, obviously started telling a couple of people, and then I'd hear stories, and even my grandpa, who was alive at the time, he would tell of, because he grew up in Apollo Bay and he lived there his whole life.
Okay.
And he would tell stories about people sighting cats back then, like years and years before.
Okay, yeah. So, what size was it compared to like a dog type species?
Because I was on a horse, like, I always thought of it as being like knee high to the horse.
Yeah, okay.
So I sort of felt like it was, and she was a 13 free-hand pony, so I always felt like it probably looked like it was just a couple of feet.
Yeah.
But it was more probably just how big and thick and like the length of it, and like you said, like the thickness, like the tail just looked. Yeah, it was just like something you never expect to see.
Yeah. It was a little bit unusual.
And just the colour. Yeah. And I remember, like, Patty and I went up there lots of times after that. Like, we even went up there, like, with the idea of looking for it and stuff.
Yep.
And, like, even if we could we were trying to find droppings and, all sorts of things. Like, it was like we're trying to track it.
Yeah, okay, yep.
And we never found anything that we could put it down to. But the thing that I always wondered about was next door had, like, the farm that I was on was a dairy farm.
Mm-hmm.
And next door had sheep.
Okay, yep.
And it wasn't like they were losing, you know, sheep like lambs or anything weren't getting mauled or anything like that. So it was always like, if it's something that big, like, why isn't it eating the lambs, and you know what I mean?
Like what's it living off and stuff, Yeah,
so I guess might have been just enough rabbits and whatnot around, and...
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of rabbits and wallaby and stuff like that. I know that at Tanybryn, there's a lot of area between Tanybryn and heading towards, I don't know, like, you know, the lawn way sort of thing. The bush there is very rugged too.
Completely.
I mean, it could have just been passing through the area when you saw it, or, you know,
I always felt like it, like, you know, I come across it because I was going fast myself.
Like you had surprised it type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas when we went there, like, because we were often up there, and we probably would have just, if I was never really up there on my own very much, because I was actually always a little bit scared of the pine forest.
Yep.
I used to find it a bit freaky, and up the top there was like an old, hut, and Paddy used to tell me a story about this weird guy that sort of lived there, and I don't know if it was true or not, but so that's why I was probably going so fast, actually, was because I was always a bit freaked out in there.
so how did this sighting end? Did it just took off into the bush, or?
No, it literally was running beside me and then cut across in front of me to go up the other side. Like, So it's like, it was like I startled it, but then it ran with me and then across.
Yeah, okay, yep.
And then, just like weaved like in and out of like, and it's just gone, you know, when you lose track of something really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's as it was beside me, it was like it was in slow motion. Like I remember looking across and because it was running with me, it's like, oh my God, like, you know.
Yeah. Did you see any other features like eyes or anything like that?
No, all I remember was seeing nothing but black. Like it was just, I don't even remember seeing like any part of it being white or like any paws or anything like that. I just remember seeing this black thing. Big, like thick.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just like if you look at a picture of a panther, that is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, yep. So long tail and.
But it's funny because the farm. So when I talk about Paddy, like his son Mick.
Yep.
Mick O'Connor, he's the one. Mick's his son, and I think Mick's seen them in the past, but I don't think he saw it like where I saw it.
Yeah, I know he's seen a few because he grew up in Tanybryn.
Same farm.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to do an interview. So he's told me about the sightings, but I haven't recorded them. Yeah. So,
and I think Mick was the one, like, when I first said about it, like, I hadn't... And then Paddy was like, oh, well, Mick reckons he's seen one too, but, like, his was years before me because Mick's a bit older than me.
Yep, okay, yep.
So it was sort of...
what time of day was this? Was it during the morning that you were riding?
I can't remember. I would have to think it would be sort of towards the... Like, I'd have to think it would be in the afternoon.
Okay, yep.
I would think, only because it's just something I tended to do more often was in the afternoon because we did milk cows and that in the mornings and, you know, other things. So riding tended to be something that, you know, I'd go off and do after lunch.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. Yeah, this is a bit
But I can't remember for sure, but it wasn't like I used to get up really early and go just riding the horse. I was always doing other work.
Okay, yep. Yeah, very interesting.